10 months later. 10 months with this beautiful device in my hand right now. A device that, when it first came out was considered an automatic bust. And then as time went on, the software got better and this device actually became something truly special. Now, it's kind of ironic because I actually have, of course, this device right here, but I also have the Duo 2. My girlfriend loves the Duo 2. She plays on it every single time I have it on me. And it's ironic because I always play on the Duo 1. And I still prefer the Duo 1 over the Duo 2. Now, I look at this device cosmetically. I said it since day one. I think everyone has that this device cosmetically is one of the most beautiful devices you will ever see on the market. And there's no question or doubt in my mind that this is not the most beautiful phone I have ever seen. I mean, cosmetically, it looks so gorgeous. A nice flush back. Front, all you see is the Windows icon. Go ahead and open it up fully, 360 degrees, bam, perfect, beautiful. Now, obviously, her only issues with this phone is the bezels. She loves the Duo 2 because the bezels are better. I don't really care about the bezels. I've said it many, many times in videos. The bezels do not impact anything when it comes to me with this phone. Now, let's talk about this phone, why I love it and why I dislike it. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So, this might just be me. And this phone, for me, is fully updated. I still have applications crash left and right on this phone. Not that much, but enough for it to be a little bit of an issue. And I'll say this right now. If you do use the Surface Duo 2, and then you go back to Duo 1, you will notice a slight downgrade in performance. And it makes sense because you have a lower end processing unit in this, less gigabytes of RAM. And also, of course, it's actually running the same exact software, but overall, it's an older device. So you're going to have some hiccups here and there. But what I mean by this is there's different applications that will actually just crash on this device that Duo 2 will not happen with. So it's one of those things where it's still not a perfect device. It's still not the best device on the market possible. I will still say for the price tag, this device is absolutely worth it. I mean, $300 for the device that's going to get dual screens on. Now, of course, with Microsoft right now dropping the price of the Duo 2 left and right, we might be saying that this is not that good of a price tag because the Duo 2 might be $500 next month. I mean, we don't know what's going on there. But for the Duo 1, I will say I still absolutely adore this device. I mean, the only downside to this device is no NFC, no cameras, no wireless charging. That's the only downside. Everything else about this device is absolutely perfect. The battery life, phenomenal. Even the camera is only the one camera on this device, which is right here. This still functions very, very well for pictures. For video, it's very much hit or miss. You do not want to be recording video on this device. And if you are picking up this device, I strictly recommend picking this device up for two things. One would be gaming. Two would be reading books. I'm actually going to add a third one in here, and that would be productivity. This device cannot be a main phone device. It simply cannot. And, we're still waiting on Android 12L coming out probably, June, July of this year. Probably in a couple of months, we'll see Android 12L. That's going to help out this device immensely when it comes to things crashing and being more optimized. But this device will never get to the point of the Duo 2 just because, again, it does lack some features, some key features, the RAM size, the processing unit, and obviously the camera modules. But for the price tag and what you can get out of this device, it's still one of the best phones on the market. Now, this is a secondary device. If you are picking this up, this is a device you pair with maybe a Galaxy S22 Ultra, a iPhone 13 Pro. It's not a primary device, and that's okay. This device is not meant to be a primary device anymore. Even I would say to a certain degree, the Duo 2 is not a primary device to a certain extent. I don't think the Duo 2 is even at that level yet where we could say it's a primary device. It has a lot of flagship features, but it's still not perfect to the point that you want it to be your main go-to device every single day, right? I think the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is personally, but again, like I said, it's my opinion, how I feel about things. But what I will say about this device is, again, if you have not tried it out, please give it a try. Go ahead and pick it up. See what you like, what you dislike about this device, because it is such a beautiful thing to have. Like, I honestly, half the time I take this device with me places, I don't even use it. I just like having it in my hand. I like having it on me. It's just so gorgeous. The design of it, how it does function. And again, like I said before, you know, the bezels are a little bit of a thing to talk about, but they're not too much. I mean, look at the bezels right there. They're a lot thicker than you want them to be, but it's not like it's going to impact you in any way at the end of the day. Again, like I said, if you are picking up this device, recommendation would be to pick up Launcher 10 with this device. It's just an absolute great launcher. Kind of gives that more Windows S vibe to it. And I just like how you can customize it completely. And I made countless videos on this channel talking about about Launcher 10 on this phone and all that kind of good stuff. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room here, because there is a way to get Windows 11 on the Surface Duo 1. And I would not be doing an honest review of 10 months if I didn't talk about the fact, should you pick it up to do that exact same concept? There's a whole entire tutorial released on the internet on how to go ahead and do that. Now, what I will say is if you do put Windows 11 on this device, first off, it is going to be one screen only, not both screens. It's also not 100%, you know, tested and perfected. It is good, but it's not perfect. And that is the big issue here, is that you keep in mind it's getting there, it's getting better, but it's not to a point yet where you're going to be able to have the, you know, best, you know, you're going to be able to use it fully and optimize it. So if you are picking up this device for that Windows 11 tutorial, do not pick up this device for that. Recommendation would be, you know, just pick up this device as a secondary kind of like iPad device you just want to mess around on, have fun on, read some books on, browse a little bit, but don't expect too much going into it. I do love this device, but it's not perfect. And for the price tag, it's good enough. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, guys. I know I was all over the place on this video, but again, like I said, it's just one of those devices where it's just nice to own it. It might not be always nice to always have it, you know, in your hand and doing things with it. And that's why I said before, I do love the Duo 2. The Duo 2 gives you all that in a cup of tea. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.